Hello everyone, welcome to Loop Hero. This is a little bit different one. I thought I would just do probably a one-off video on this one, but of course if you want to see more of this, let me know in the comment section. I will do more videos about it. I've been playing this one a bit just kind of off camera, and I actually really like this game, so I thought I would just bring you in kind of part way through and show you this game. So the best thing to do, I think we're just going to start an expedition, and I'll try and explain things as we go along. I'll start off from do like we've got one or two, chapter 1, chapter 2. I've run that's about as far as I've got. I'll do chapter 1, and we'll go with the warrior. This is kind of the warrior is the starting class. Chapter 1. Let's start. So I have unlocked various things. Let me just slow things down for the moment, just to kind of explain what is going on. So let me just pause for a second. Okay. So we have it's pixel art, very simple graphics, but this is a lot of fun, this game. We have a loop, and we are this little green blob here, this little hero, and we're going to wander around the loop, and we're going to fight anything that we come across. At the moment we've got these little slimes, that's all we have. We start off with some armor, a shield, and an axe. These are things that I've actually unlocked. Normally you don't start off with those things. So we're going to move along, and when we come across here, we come across the slime and we start attacking. It's all kind of automatic attacking, but what we do is we choose where to place things. So at the moment we have a rock. These can be placed anywhere into these green things. So the rocks give you 3 HP, and for every adjacent rock or mountain you get an extra 3 HP. So you want to group these all together. I normally just stick them down at the bottom here. So I've got a rock and a mountain. Now the mountains themselves, if I can't show you now. Yes, the mountains give you 6 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain, and I think they give you 5 HP when you first put them down. So you want to group them all together, and that builds up your max HP. You can see we've gone up a little bit there, so 383 we have now. Now we can place down a grove. A gentle rustle of leaves, a crack of dry branch, and a feeling of being watched. Spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. Rat wolves can move to adjacent tiles. So we place this down. I'll stick it down here, for example, and we now have a grove that spawns a rat wolf. Now you may think, why do you want to spawn rat wolves? Well, by killing enemies, you get stuff, and you want stuff to become more powerful. So we actually make the game harder as we go along, in order to get more things. Okay, so I'm coming against some of the slime again. So we can kind of influence various things. So they drop these cards. They also drop accessories. So we have a ring now which does damage to all 2. So it does 2 damage to everyone if you're fighting multiple enemies. We've also got another rock. So we can stick down a rock there. And we have a vampire mansion. Hungry eyes follow your every move through holes in the roof. Adds vampires to the battles on the tiles around it. So the interesting thing about this one, if we place it down here, it probably won't affect us now because there's no rat wolves in the grove at the moment. So we'll just walk past it, no problem. And also, as you saw that there, if I get this out here, every time we walk through a grove, we get a branch, 12, or rather a stick. 12 pieces of stick form a beam of stable wood. So we're collecting these resources which we can use to build things back at camp after the run has ended. So let's continue. So at the moment we're beating things pretty handily. So this here is a slightly better armor, so we'll swap that out, and the other one just gets discarded. So another rock, we'll stick that down there. We also have a cemetery, place for the dead and some of the living occasionally. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. So we'll stick that down. We'll just put it down. We'll put it down there. At the moment, it doesn't really matter too much where I place things. And we see we get some pebbles and a memory fragment as we move through here. So just quickly, the basis of this game is the world has been erased, and as we go around we're slowly remembering things from the previous world, from how things used to be. So every time I place it down, it's like saying, oh yes, I remember there was a grove there, I remember there was a vampire mansion there. So we have like another rock, we place that down. We have a village, we'll place a village down. So you can kind of say that you're remembering things. So we have memory fragments, so basically staple branches. These are things you're remembering, and as you gather them together, it creates more of the world. And we're trying to put the world back together. That's the kind of the state of it. So we have another vampire mansion. I'll leave that for now until we've got some more things built up. And it starts off reasonably slow. What I will do now is, now I've kind of explained things, I'll just move things up a little bit quicker. So as we go through the village, it heals 20 HP upon entering, so villagers are great, and they give you a quest. And you can see this little slime here, is a little crown above it. That's a quest creature. So that makes that creature a little bit harder than normal, but once you beat it, you get rewards for doing so. So the village is a really good card. We've actually got another village here, so we can place another village in. I would say we could put them together. Yeah, so if you put them together, that means you spawn, you heal 20 HP every time you move through each one. So it's like a big chunk of healing there. Or we could spread them out to kind of get healing further afield. I'll put another one down there. Now we've just had a bandit camp. Spawns a bandit on adjacent tile every 2 days. Bandits prefer villages. Appears for every 2 village tiles. So now, although we've put down the village, which is great, we do get bandits. Okay, now a meadow. So heals 2 HP at the start of each day. So at the top here we have this is the day progress bar. This just slowly moves up over time, and then when it reaches the end, it starts a new day. So every time this goes through, we'll then heal 2 HP for every one of these meadows that we get. So we'll just stick a meadow up there. We have wheat fields, and the wheat fields can only be placed next to villages. Plus 5 HP to healing in adjacent villages. Spawns a scarecrow every 4 days, so there's nothing, no benefits without drawbacks. So we'll stick it here, and then we should get the 25 HP upon entering, because we've got the wheat field there, whereas this one gives you 20 HP. So you can see we healed up, and it also gives us another quest. So this is the quest item, quest monster. Okay, so the quest is done. So that gave us some extra things here. Let's just pause for a moment. Okay, so this ring, we could take away the damage to all for 9% evasion. I think that's probably an upgrade. You can kind of sort of tailor the build how you want to go. This shield is not as good, this shield is the same, and that armor is the same, so we just leave those there. We'll place a rock down. We can place down another cemetery. We'll place the cemetery, we'll put it here. So we can get the resources as we walk through it. It's another quest monster, quest done. So this gave us a worse piece of armor. It did give us another rock, so I'll stick that down. Okay, so things really do start to ramp up as you move through. I will stick this one over here. Okay, we can see we've got bandit spawns now. Okay, and now we've completed the loop. We've come back to the cozy camp. So it heals 30% HP upon entering, so you kind of like heal every time you go around, and we've started loop 2. So the loops affects enemies level, affects the level of equipment found. So the more loops you do, the harder the monsters become, but the better equipment you find. Okay, so this time we're coming up against a rat wolf, and because it's next to a vampire mansion, we're fighting the vampire as well. So you only hit one thing at a time. That's where the damage to all would have come in, which of course I got rid of. Okay, so we now have a level 2 ring, which has 2 things on it. It has 8% evasion, so we do lose 1% of evasion, but we do gain 0.6 regen per second. Definitely worth doing. And then this armor here is just much better. 254 max HP rather than 97. It's a level 3 piece of armor. And of course, because we were taking on 2 creatures at once, that kind of ups the difficulty, and I think that kind of improves how much we earn. So we'll stick another meadow down. We could add a vampire mansion. Are we strong enough yet? Okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to place a vampire mansion down next to this village. Now what this does is it now becomes a ransacked village. The farmers couldn't fight off the hungry vampire. They can still fight you off though. It spawns up to 4 ghouls once per loop, but transforms into something useful after 3 loops. So that square is going to become incredibly challenging. That's going to be a very difficult fight because don't remember, we're also going to get a vampire fighting as well. So with this kind of equipment, maybe it was too soon, but also they're going to be slightly easier to kill because we are only on loop 2. So after 3 loops, it's going to become something much better. It's probably worth trying. Hopefully it's not going to destroy us. Okay, we're taking down the skeleton. So hold on, we have a much better weapon. Oh, this is good. This could be really useful in this next fight. So the damage is much more, but it also does damage to all 4. So it's like an AoE thing. Okay, let's see how we do them. So you can see every hit I do does 4 damage. And because we are very early on, these guys don't have that much health. So we actually dealt with that fairly easily. So Wield, we'll stick that there. So this village is now going to give us 45 HP upon entering. That's pretty amazing. But we are going to risk scarecrows at some point, which is quite strong. Now the Blood Grove is going to be interesting. Yeah, I'll stick a Blood Grove down. You can only place it next to groves, and that place is there. So it's a living forest that preys upon wounded occupants of the tiles around it. May spawn something dreadful from their remains. So it can be placed adjacent to the road near other trees. Its roots devour enemies that have less than 15% HP left. So it basically kills off your enemies quicker. So that's a good thing, but every now and again it'll spawn something nasty. As I say, much the same with the wheat fields, there's nothing good without some kind of drawback. Okay, let's move on. Okay, another meadow, we'll take that, let's stick them up there. These don't have any benefits if you place them next to each other, but I generally just stick them together because you could just place them all over the place to make it look good. It doesn't really matter. You might want to save some spaces for other places as well. I'll stick the mountain down. That's giving us extra stuff. What is this ring here? Attack speed plus 4%. I would rather keep with the evasion and the regen. Okay, 2 bandits. Nice. Okay, we have a 9th rock. That's going to do something good. That then turns it into a mountain peak. Stone giant could support the sky itself if it weren't already gone. So you get 136 max HP plus 6 max HP for every adjacent mountain or rock tile, but it spawns a harpy every 2 days. So we did get a whole load of rocks with it, which means we now have the preserved rock. Yes, a load of pebbles made into a rock. Those things I'll show you at the end of this loop. So maybe think, how long do we do this for? Well, there's a couple of things. We can kind of escape at any time, but we will lose some of our resources that we're gathering. If we go back at the camp, if we decide to leave the camp, we'll keep everything and just remove safety. So we can do that any time we get to the camp. Or we could just keep on going, looping around until this here, when map completion. When this bar is filled, the boss of this chapter will appear on the campfire tile. And there are different bosses. I've only beaten the first boss. I haven't beaten the second boss yet. Yeah. So you can just decide to stay and fight, or you can leave at any time. Now, treasury gives a random basic resource after placing anything on an empty tile around it. Must be surrounded by empty space when you place it. So I can't place it next to something already. I'm going to place it up over here, and then I'm going to surround it by meadows when I get them. It doesn't do anything straight away, but every time I place things around it, you get stuff, so that's good to put down. So a cemetery. I'm going to place the cemetery next to the grove. This is still covered by the Blood Grove, so things will get taken out a little bit earlier there as well. So it's good to kind of place a bunch of stuff around the Blood Grove, because it makes them a little bit easier. Okay, but we're doing alright so far. We're fully healed. We are coping pretty nicely. Well, I've just noticed I have a better shield. Here we go. Oh, nice. This one has evasion and vampirism, so we can kind of heal for every bit of damage that we do. Nothing else is any good there, so we'll keep that. Okay, so it doesn't move anymore and create more mountains. We can just fill this up with all the rocks. We're only going to get one mountain peak. But did you see this appear? The goblin camp. Spawns the goblin on an adjacent tile once a day. Appears for every 10 mountain rock tiles. So when I place that 10th one down, we've got a goblin camp. I've been kind of addicted to this game over a few days. I've just been playing that one. This is where I think this week's free game on Epic. So if you're quick, if you're watching this if I release this in time, I'm not sure when this one's going out. Hopefully you might be able to pick this one up for yourself. Okay, right. So we can stick this one around here. So you can see we've got a bunch of like extra resources for placing things around that treasury. Okay, a battlefield. Spawns a chest on an adjacent tile each loop. Chests are good. Enemies on the tiles around it can become ghosts when they die. That is bad. So I think what we'll do is we'll stick it down here. We don't have to put it, yeah, we'll put it there. Does mean that these things might become ghosts. I don't know whether it would be better just to leave that till later or not. Oh, hold on. Oh, we have what we've got here. Okay, we've got a little bit less HP than our current one, but it does give us extra evasion, and I think that's worth the trade-off. So I'll take that. More rings here. Oh, a level 4 ring. Ah, we could double the evasion there, but we would lose our regen. I think I will take it. The extra 8% evasion, 0.6 regen is really just like the smallest amount of regen you're likely to find. So we'll probably get more regen stuff later. I will take it. Oh, I've also just noticed I have this as well. This is something that you unlock as you go later up. I leveled up and I can choose a new trait. So we can get a 35% chance to perform a counterattack during an evade. Well, now that we have 33% evasion, that could be quite good. Or the Blade of Dawn. Every morning the hero's sword is filled with sunlight, causing its next attack to deal 2 times damage to all. That's pretty good. Or 10% chance upon hit of stunning a target for 1 second. I like the idea of one of these two. The Blade of Dawn I've used before is really good. Does do a lot of damage. You only get it once per day. Well, let's go for a chance to counterattack during an evade. And then we'll try and build up our evasion. Make sure we keep that stat high. Okay, so we'll just keep piling our rocks down over here. The meadows we're going to place over there. Let's get more stuff. Another grove. Where do we want to put another grove? I think we should place one. I'm going to put it there. Then if I get another blood grove, I can place it here, which will kind of get these spaces. Could be quite good. Another mountain, it's giving more HP. Do I want to put... I've had this vampire mansion for a while. Do I really want more vampires around? I guess I could do. That then does make these things quite challenging. I could put it there. It's not going to affect the village because it's diagonal, not next to it. So that will affect the scarecrow, the grove, and the cemetery. Could be quite challenging area to go through. Oh, look at this, level 4. So extra HP. We gain some defense. We gain attack speed and vampirism, but we do lose our evasion. That's quite a lot of extra HP. So this is where things go. We've just picked up something that's good for evasion, but now we've got something which is better where we lose our evasion from. Oh, I don't know. The attack speed is very good. I'm going to take it. We've still got 24% evasion, so it's still going to be good, but now we've got, what, 16% vampirism, so that's building up a little bit. So that's a way of healing. Okay, Scarecrow. See, they're starting to do a little bit more damage to me here. Oh, of course, this level 3. So more damage and defense, but we lose the damage to all. And it is only sort of an extra 1 damage, so I'm not too bothered about that. I'd rather have the damage to all. This one we have, again, that will lose a 16% evasion. Gaining counter, attack speed, pure damage. That's a nice ring, but I'll stick with the evasion. Okay, I need to, oh look, that was a counter. Another counter. Another counter. Oh, that's working well then. That's working well. Another one. So yeah, and every time we counter, we're doing damage to everybody there. That was really good. Not too bad. Okay, more meadows. We can get more stuff from. So basically, yeah, if you die, you lose a lot of your resources. I think you get to keep 30%. And you really don't want to do that. You want to keep as much as possible. So it's kind of a risk and reward sort of situation. More meadows. We've almost got this surrounded. That's good. Okay, what else do we have now? Damage to all, regen, and... Okay, so we lose more evasion. But we still keep some. But we gain regen and more damage to all. That's not bad. It's a level 3 ring. We were losing level 4, but it does give us a little bit more viability. I'm tempted to just keep what we got though. And that's just not as good. Okay, I'll keep what we got. I like that high evasion. So every time we evade this list, look how many counters we're getting. That's really good actually. 35%? That seems higher than that. Pure damage and a counter. No, I'll keep what I've got. Oblivion cards. Erases any established tiles. Erases monsters from the road. So you can use that if things are getting a little bit too hectic. You can take out something. There's too many monsters coming. You think you're not going to make it round back to camp. You can use that to destroy something. We'll save it. Anything else good? More defense, more evasion, but we only 1% evasion, and we do lose the 8% vampirism, which I'd rather keep, I think, and that's not as good. No, okay, I'm not getting anything useful here. Oh, this looks difficult. We've got harpies now. Another rock, I'll take it. Oh, look at all these. My health is dropping. Come on. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff from that though. Let's have a look and see what we've got anything good. So another ring. Pure damage, damage to all, defense and counter. I'd rather keep what I've got. A shield. Oh, it's a lot more defense and vampirism, but we lose the evasion. This one gives us 90% counter. I want to keep the evasion up. This is kind of bad. I need to get something good. Right, another meadow. This will complete this one, and we get a whole load of stuff from that. That was really good. Give us something good. Something with evasion. Okay, 8% evasion. With counter attack speed and pure damage. It's getting closer. Still 8%. That would lose it quite a lot, wouldn't it? Oh, look at this one. We get an extra 6% evasion, plus 0.6 regen, and 7% counter. So we lose our attack speed and some of the vampirism and defense. But for that extra evasion percentage plus regen, I think... Oh, it's a lot less HP as well. It's a lot less HP. Oh, I'm going to take it. Oh, it's a drop down from a 4 to a 3, but I think we're okay. Well, take this. This gives us extra HP anyway. Just continue placing the meadows up there. Another grove. Let's put another grove down. Stick it down over there. Okay, goblins. Okay, so I get anything good from them? No. No, just another mountain. Another battlefield, which spawns a chest. The chests are always good. I think I'll place one here. Okay, got past camp. So this should be the third loop for this thing, so that should upgrade that village there once we get through it. Oh, we got a quest. Oh, a storm temple. Right, first of all, let's just check the gear here. There's nothing going to be good there, no. Low level stuff. A storm temple. Strikes 2 random targets in its range with lightning every 5 seconds. Lightning cannot be evaded. Effects on multiple temples can stack. So if you place this down, you can see it's kind of where it'll attack. Now this can hit you as well. That's the problem. But it does hit the enemy. So I'm going to place it here. And you can see that that's actually going to attack these things. And all down here as well. We'll stick our mountain up. So yeah, that lightning, because it hits a random enemy, and if there's more enemies than you, it's more likely to hit them. You think? Okay, there's a bunch of stuff. Oh, level 5 shield. A lot of defense, but we lose the evasion. I'd rather keep the evasion. Oh, I'm not getting good stuff here. Right, more rocks. Place them down. Oh, that's another bandit camp because we've just placed down loads more rocks. Another storm temple. So it's tempting to place it. I could just stack it up. I could put it right next to each other. I could put it there. Where do I want to place it? What do I want to attack? So we haven't really got much along there yet, so that's not really going to help. But here could be good. Fine, we'll try that. Then we can maybe place some things along there if we wanted to. Okay, let's keep on going. Here's our chest. Oh, it's a mimic. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Well, it just means it attacks back, whereas normally chests don't. Oh, you see, you've got struck by lightning. Oh, we've got a level 4 thing here. Oh, look at this. 2.4 regen per second. That's really good. Plus a lot more HP. We do lose the counter and we lose the evasion as well. But that regen, I think I take it. I think I take it. Oh, got another one. Oh, look at this. Okay. I think I have to go straight over this one. 14% evasion. Oh, that regen. Yeah, we'll take it. Because I want that evasion. Really high on the evasion now. Weapon. Damage. Yeah, a little bit upgrade than damage, but also you get regen. Because we lose our damage to all. It is only 4 damage to all, so it's not a huge amount, but especially as we're coming up to this, you know, we've got multiple enemies in several of these squares here. Having a damage to all could be quite good, but that regen is so tempting. We'll try it. Oh, I've got another level up. I never spot those things. Defense is increased by 1 after every loop. I don't think that's that useful. I'm not sure how many more loops we'll do. Card sharp, 10% chance to keep the card after placing its tile. Or Shield Master. I'll take the Shield Master. 10% chance upon hit of stunning one target for 1 second. Anything to kind of slow down the attacks coming back at you is always good. Oh, another village. That could be very useful to heal up. I think, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna place the village down here. Then we should heal up as we go through it. So you can see we've taken a bit of damage. You can see, look at this. There's the monster here. That's one of the things that spawns from the Blood Grove. We'll encounter next time we come through. Stick the rock down, get more HP. Okay. Healed up a little bit, gives us a quest. Lots of evasions going on there, nice. Ah, another battlefield. More chests, there's got to be a good thing. Stick it there. No. No. Oh, I want a better shield. That's not provided with much defense, but that evasion and vampirism I think is kind of quite good. The vampirism, 8% vampirism is not doing a huge amount for me, I suppose. I'm here like healing like 1 every time I hit them. Oh, look at this. Okay, damage to all. We're losing 6% evasion, but we are gaining some damage to all. That's possibly a good upgrade. Or we could lose a little bit more evasion and go for the defense. I think I'd rather go for the damage. Shall we do this? What's our evasion? 38%. Drop down to 32%. Still quite high, and we get some damage to all. I'll take it. Oh, I'm getting hit by lightning. That wasn't good. Okay, we'll take the meadow. Okay, here we go. This is the big one. Watch my health just drop. Okay, we're doing it though. Nice. Okay, so now that should change, I think, but maybe I'll do it in a moment. So first of all, gear stuff. We've got a sword that does a reasonable amount more damage, but that's all it does. We lose the regen. I'll keep the regen, so we don't really get anything from that. We've got lots of cards though, lots more villages actually. Okay, so first of all, let's put down our rock. I'm going to place down some villages. I think I'm going to place down a village here. Another bounty camp, of course there is. Yeah, you know what? We'll have the big old village, so we'll just heal up massively as we come through there. I could get another wheat field to put here. That would be really good. Right, another grove, more storm temples. Do I want more storm temples? Yeah, I guess I could do. Maybe double up on some places. Don't know if I can. Well, yeah, I could do that, I guess. Sure, let's do that. Do I really stack up on this? Fine, yeah, so down here we're going to get destroyed by lightning. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Let's stick a grove down there as well. I'm not going to put down... Do I want another vampire mansion? I don't think I do. I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, another meadow we'll take. I'm hoping that, yeah, still a ransacked village, but I think once I get through to camp, maybe that'll upgrade. No, that's not very good, is it? Nope, I'm not taking that. Okay, chest, give me something good. Oh, it's a mimic, of course it is. Okay, to give stuff, and you can see that every time things kind of drop off here as new stuff comes on, it gets converted into resources. Okay, we're going to lose all our evasion if I take this one to get more counter and more vampirism. Okay, what about this one? Damage to all and counter, a lot more defense. I really wish I could upgrade. I guess I could maybe lose a little bit of evasion to get more defense. Extra damage plus a counter chance. I need to upgrade at some point, we'll take it. What are we down now? 24% evasion? Ugh. Oh well. Right, another blood grove. I want to put it there. Yes, and that covers all this stuff. Okay, we haven't seen anything turn into ghosts yet. Oh, what's this? A weapon. Bit more damage, some defense and attack. 12% attack speed. Oh, I think that's maybe worth losing the regen for. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, bandits. We're still evading. We're still getting lots of counters in. Oh, there we go. He turned into a ghost. So it makes think. Oh, and that was a ghost as well. Ghost of a ghost. Wow. Okay. What is this? A prime matter? I've not seen that before. Undead Cosmic has a soul. 10% vampirism. Because of the vampire. Wow. Wow, okay, well there's the wheat field, which we can place up here. Do we have more villages? No, okay, we can place that. Oh, I can place it here as well. Let's do it there, I think. Oh, okay, so it doesn't stack on all of the villages. So maybe spacing the villages out would be a lot better. Okay. Get some more rocks and mountains going. It's going to get us more goblin camps or something soon, isn't it? Another cemetery. Do we want any more cemeteries? We're almost got the map completion, so the boss will be here soon. I'm not sure I'm ready to take on the boss. Less damage, but more vampirism. No, I'll keep the attack speed. Okay, let's stick with things how they are. It seems we dealt quite well with that. What is this? Pure damage and vampirism. No, I'm going to stick with this one. Armor is less HP, more attack speed. I'll keep the evasion. Spear. Less damage. Fair amount less damage actually. Less attack speed, but we do get extra counter and vampirism. I'm not going to take it. No, I'll keep what I've got. I'll take the meadow. You can see how things have really ramped up from where they were at the beginning. More vampire mansions. I really don't want any more vampire mansions. Extra attack speed. No, I'll stick with what I've got. Another meadow. Oh, level 2 armor. Not even going to look at it. Okay, here we go. This is getting big enemies here. Oh, lots of them. Okay, rock, meadow. So what do we get from that one? Okay, a little bit less. But could you get more evasion at the expense of counter or damage to all? The evasion could be nice. Same damage, we get vampirism instead of attack speed. I like the attack speed actually. So this ring, damage to all is less. Defense, we get counter and vampirism. No, I want that evasion. So do I want to go for... oh, I thought the game would crash for a moment there. Do I want to go for more evasion rather than damage to all and an 11% chance to counter? No, I'll stick with what I got. Maybe we'll get some better stuff from these guys. Level 5, that's just pure damage. Okay, no, nothing good there. Defense. Oh, evasion and vampirism and regen, but a lot less damage and we lose the attack speed. Oh, I would like that, but that's, yeah, it's not as good. Okay, mountain, a wheat field. Yes, we'll stick the wheat field down there. Oh god, you can see how many enemies are spawning now. Now we're very close to completion. I've got to decide whether I want to keep these resources or to take on the boss. And judging by the way my health is kind of dropping, I'm thinking I probably want to... I don't see myself being able to beat the boss. No, we'll keep this. So I can place down another treasury. Just don't know if I'm going to get much out of it. I think I'm probably going to leave here anyway, so I don't think I need any of this stuff. Let's move on. And we're back at the camp. So now what I want to do is we're going to leave. So we're going to keep all the resources. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to beat the boss. Oh, I never saw that level up. Never mind. Let's retreat. Okay, so but this is our camp. And basically you can build things. You can see how far I've got in the game so far. I've built all these things here. What I'm trying to build is I really would like the supply depot. Each one of these things kind of unlocks more things. So yeah, so the field kitchen unlocks the Blood Grove card that I got and increases the campfire's healing power. Herbalist Hut gets you the swamps, which I haven't been using. You get healing potions that you take with you. You know, the smithy gives you the gear at the beginning. So you know, each one of these things that they give you, the storm temples. You can see here my supply depot. I have all the resources I need, but I'm one short of the metal. Is that the metal? Yes, the metal. So if I'd have maybe gotten a bit more lucky out on that run, or if I'd have stayed out for another loop, then maybe I could have got more metal, but I don't think I would have defeated the boss. I can build the crypt though. So the crypt will unlock a new class, the Necromancer, and it unlocks the Ancestral Crypt Golden card if the Intel Center is built. The Intel Center is here, so it's basically going to unlock a new class. I was the warrior in that mission, but there was also, if I go onto an expedition, I've also unlocked the rogue, who has some different skills and has different equipment. Doesn't have shields, and has dual wields weapons. Has 2 weapons but no shield. So, you know, there's different options. And then because previously I have beaten the Lich, who is the main boss of the chapter 1, you go into chapter 2, and I haven't come across the boss yet. So chapter 2 is obviously a little bit harder. So whereas enemy strength is -5%, they only have 0 or 1 ability. This time they have 1 or 2 abilities. Their strength is 0, so they grow 3%, but you do get extra resources as well. So there's kind of that sort of thing. So yeah, anyway, that is Loop Hero. I've been really enjoying playing it. If you want to see another run, more of these videos, do let me know, and I will happily do more. If not, we'll move on to a new game at some point in the future. So thank you very much for watching. Do let me know what you thought down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.